This will be the largest group of assembled fans in the Western Hemisphere. That's why they need a big house. Welcome to Ann Arbor, home of the Michigan Wolverines. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Wolverines will put total leather to crank us up. Oh, he's going to take a chance. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. The give to the back. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4. People like to say... doesn't matter. But you get the SEC against the Big Ten, and there's no denying there's a little extra juice in the building.
Definitely extra juice. The best two conferences, the biggest conferences, Palmer. Everybody talks about these being the power brokers and deciding the future of college football. So, yes, it matters.
A lot of blue bloods in both conferences, David. You're right. I think it's something players are also very aware of, too, is having that conference pride, wanting to win this game, representing the rest of the teams in their conference.
Trying to get to him. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And that is an all-too-familiar sight. Listen, this team won last week, but they gave up 4 sacks. They got to protect this young man early in this game. Don't set the tone, and let's not go back to last week.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Sooners will call on their punt team. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Running it back, it's Pitts. And the returner goes down. This offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's the handoff. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive that he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
He's right on target. Oh, it's out. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Oh, look out. There he goes. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 39-yard run to the house. Fair catch called for and made. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly.
And they got him for the sack.
What a great play. Winning one-on-one, getting home and getting a sack. And that kind of effort is going to get the big house fired up. These 100,000-plus Michigan Wolverine fans are on their feet screaming because of that dominant play right there coming from their D-line.
Not a lot of productivity on that last play. They'll try it again on 2nd and long from the 23. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Snap it to the back. Got the first down and more. Hit the afterburners, kid. At the 20. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off. And he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
And you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan. And the defense really understands that. I got to understand. And more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a 4th quarter game.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He'll take it himself. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They are a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called.
Timeout, Oklahoma.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
This crowd busting the decibel meter and trying to will a fourth down stop. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown Sooners.
Number 10.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
He'll call for the fair catch here. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. It's complete. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
They're just trying to sneak the back out to the right side there, but great job tackling on defense against a guy who's hard to bring down once he has the ball in his hand.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires to the tight end. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 4th down, looking to pass. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the first down. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score tied 7-7.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory.
I love this guy because he brings a physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Schembechler would have loved this guy. He would have loved to jog a few extra tight ends on the field, get the QB under center, student body right, and give this guy the football. He would have fit in perfectly with his running style. Man, he is hard to bring down.
Fires to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first?
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
Picked up some yardage on the ground. Now here comes 2nd down. They'll leave it with him. Shakes off the defender. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on first down you can get yards like that turning around and handing it off.
Yeah, and on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some momentum. Whatever they're doing right now, it's not working. So you got to keep going through that play sheet and maybe find something a little bit different that can give this offense something to think about.
They'll throw it on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
He's got his man.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. He makes the catch. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend him.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. We didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes 2nd down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it. He's still in a great position. Way to stay ahead of the chains.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Touchdown, Wolverines! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Clemson was able to finish off a close one in Death Valley today. They did just enough, both offensively and defensively, to come away with the dub. Hey, survive and advance. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown, lost one deep down the right side. Lofted to the sideline, and it's picked off.
You know, as a defensive back, you want to force the quarterback to make plays way outside, towards the sideline. That's a long throw. It requires a lot of arm strength and a lot of touch at the same time. Great job forcing the play out wide, making the big interception.
They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. They'll start this drive with a pass. Quick completion on the out route. Turns it on at midfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
That's a really nice pass. You can see why this guy right here gives the Michigan faithful a reason to be optimistic. You know, for years we know Michigan has always been good at running the football, but they've got to be able to throw. They've got to be more consistent making big plays through the air. This guy gives them that chance.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Rides to the back. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
They'll try the run. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27. Here comes the offense on second down. After run, now throw. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds. And he's down after making the catch, but did not reach the line to gain. This is a great way to control tempo, control the game, feeding the tight end, and they've done it beautifully here in the first half.
You find great matchups where you see, you think about it. He's too good to be covered by linebackers. You like your matchup versus a safety.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. On the move. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Got his man on the right. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
And the Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air. It's Little. Throws toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. The kickoff team out there getting set. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game.
Gonna take a shot. Got it in stride inside the 20. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Wolverines. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
After trying the running game on first down, they come to the line on second down. Motion from the offense. A run for the quarterback. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. To throw, it's Little. Fires left. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Got it past the marker. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Sooners will kick it off to start the second half. Fair catch called for and made. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Trying play action. And the ball is intercepted. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake. Hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on first and goal, and they are not cooperating. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Quarterback keeps it. Touchdown Sooners! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Oregon State is running away with this one, thanks to an offense that hasn't been stopped since that group stepped off the bus. They're up by 24 over the Astronauts. We've got our eye on on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Hines is tight end. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. The Wolverines want to crank the tempo. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
They want to just keep throwing it quickly to the tight end. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who can make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time at that quarterback spot. But when they find those good ones, they have great seasons.
Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Unloads it left. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Bringing it back. The 30. Running inside the 20. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Oklahoma. This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender. Seeing that ball in the end zone, your eyes get big as saucers, go, jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Yes, that's one way to ensure there's no return as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Line gets set, 1st down. He wants to throw. Lets it fly. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Got room on the return. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? You be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense.
This has been a tight one, 3rd quarter, all tied up. It's now 2nd and 10. To the ground with the back. really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. And they're not on the same page there.
Unfortunate with that incompletion. The quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
Man, what a finish we could have. Tie game, 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Wide receiver shows motion. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
What a great play. This guy is a force on this D-line. You think about Michigan football defensively, they've got dudes out front. Aiden Hutchinson, Brandon Graham, Mozzie Smith, Rashawn Gary. Guys that can win one-on-one. And
he lost one down the sideline. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. Touchdown Sooners! And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. Guys, here come those maize and blue wing helmets on offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm, maybe before you open.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And that's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
And after the loss on that last one, an all-important 2nd down play from the 12. He's looking to throw. Gets it out fast. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Quarterback checking off. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Quick strike complete. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
Timeout, Oklahoma. In other schools around the country, Slippery Rock, 75. Mercyhurst University, 31.
This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Working that left side now. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make? Because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
And on second down for this offense. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. And after that last touchdown toss, look out, Baker Mayfield record could be going down for single-game touchdown passes.
Yeah, and you think of all the great quarterbacks and the records that they put up with the Sooners, man. It's impressive. And this guy having himself a day, spreading the ball around, touchdowns palooza. What a nice day.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great. So I know offensively, I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
And the Wolverines want to move quickly.
Well, that's a really nice job surveying the field and delivering an accurate throw. You know, when I think back to Michigan quarterbacks, I think of guys like Elvis Burke or Tom Brady, Jim Harbaugh, Brian Griese, guys that could hurt you throwing the ball from the pocket, surveying the field, reading defenses, and making quick decisions. This guy has the ability to do all of those things.
Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. They'll go to the air. Got his man. He was just a breath from taking that one all the way, and he'll run that momentum right into the fourth quarter.
Oklahoma, 42. Michigan, 28.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He wants to throw it again. Looking to the big tight end. He's got it. There was tight coverage, but a perfect throw and catch, and they've got it at the 9, first and goal. Looking to throw. Finds his big tight end. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On second down, he'll let it fly. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
Wants to throw for it on third and goal. He caught it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. For this Sooner offense to go back to work. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
First down here for the offense. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Out of the gun to give to the back. At the 35, he's loose. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll give it to him again. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Dropping back, it's Little. Slides away. Looking deep down the right side. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Sooner. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Well, you know, this guy's a huge weapon catching the football, and David, he's difficult to bring down. What an athlete with his size and speed.
Dude, it's stupid. You want me to play defense now against all these guys and all this speed and skill all over the yard, and then you got a tight end like this who can not only catch it with his big frame and his big body, but do that after the catch. It's just so hard to play defense nowadays.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fair catch called for and made. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Starting to feel a little pressure. Trying to make magic with his feet. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. The Wolverines racing to the line in the hurry-up.
I love the play call there, too, because 2nd and short, defense is thinking you might run it. So you try to catch him off guard with the pass. Nothing there. Even if you throw an incompletion, you're going to have a chance to run it the very next play, but it doesn't matter. This guy's just so athletic himself. He's able to go get the first. He's got a fresh set of downs.
They want to get this defense on its heels.
I'll tell you, you've got to give this defense credit. That was only his 2nd catch of the game. He came into this as one of the best receivers in all of college football, but this defense had a plan. They have shut him down. They have limited him, and that's why they're winning right now.
In the dead center of the field as they try to convert this 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Grab near the sticks. It's Burgess. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. He'll come out throwing on first down. Steps away to find some room. Got room at the 35. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
You honestly can't really do it better than that. You can't. I mean, that was designed to be a pass play. Give the defense credit. They get some pressure, but this guy's just too good. He just instinctively knows when he needs to scramble and get out of dodge. And at that point, he's making good decisions. If a guy's open, he's throwing it. But if it's not, he's not even hesitating. I'm going to go get what I can get a first down with my speed and athleticism. Let's keep this drive rolling.
And those are tough passes. When you start throwing those balls towards the sidelines, it's a longer throw for the quarterback to make. And I think that's when you see the majority of the misses for guys, the majority of the overthrows and a little bit of inaccuracy start to show itself.
Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. They're trying to get to it. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly deep downfield. And a dangerous pass there, almost threw a pick in the end zone.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. Third and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up fourth.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
Yeah, and you needed points. You wanted points badly, but listen, the offense, you know exactly what they're going to do. They're going to get in their 4-minute offense. Now, I got to start preserving that clock, using my timeouts, try to get a stop, and get this ball back to my offense.